Hello, welcome to the Corbin Phillips Disc Golf channel. Today we're starting a new series called How Far Can I Throw? This first episode is on putters, so let's get into it. We're out here in the field. We're going to throw some putters. I've got a pair of each of a Berg, a Zone, and a Luna. This is a straight putter, overstable, and understable. These are the putters I bag. These are the ones that I'm throwing in rounds. So then I have those three options. Obviously the Berg is a bit slower than these other discs at a 1 speed, 1 glide. So it's not really made to go super far, but you can get it out there with a good pull. So I'm going to be throwing into these and kind of talking through what it takes to be able to throw putters decently far. It's not like I'm this insane thrower. I'm not a pro tour level thrower, but I've learned a couple things that help me to throw these discs further. So first up, we're gonna go with the Bergs. Really the key to a disc like the Berg is you have to give it some height, right? Because it's slow and it doesn't have glide, it's only 1 glide, it's gonna wanna drop really fast. So you have to give it that lift yourself that the disc isn't gonna give itself. So by putting it a little higher, you're gonna maximize the distance for a disc like this. Another important thing to think about when trying to throw putters far is grip, right? So what I'm doing to throw putters in front of this is a straight up power grip. You want all 4 fingers tucked tightly in to this rim with your thumb on top to give you a little bit of angle control. This is gonna sacrifice accuracy. That's just the way it is. But you have to do that if you wanna be able to throw further. By putting all 4 fingers in, you have way more power because you're able to rip the disc harder and give it more spin. If you want more control, sometimes I'll do a partial power grip where I put 3 fingers in and then my pointer finger on the outside of the rim. This is a good way to get a little more control, but still not sacrificing too much power. And then finally, there's fan grip, right? Where you're putting your 2 fingers in the middle out, so then you have more of your hand on the actual flight plate, which gives you more angle control. But as you take away from this power grip, you're going to lose power, right? That's why it's called the power grip. And so if you want to throw putters the furthest, a straight up power grip is the best. Let's see how this Zone flies. With an overstable putter like the Zone, you have to put it on a little bit of Hyzer to get more distance. That's called a force flex, right? Because you're forcing the disc to do an S pattern by putting on Hyzer and letting the stability of the disc bring it back. So if you want more distance, put it on a little bit of Hyzer. The stability will do the work to bring it back, and I'll go further. Lastly, we have the Luna. The Luna, because it's an understable putter, actually shares a lot of the characteristics of what I've been talking about in this last series that we did of improving distance, where if you get an understable disc, you can put it on Hyzer, it's gonna flip up, give you some turn, hopefully come back, and that's how you can really maximize your distance. So an understable putter is a great way to throw it really far. The one thing with putters is usually they're not gonna have any ground action when they hit the ground because it's such a small rim, and if it's understable, it's not gonna have that much finish, right? So when I throw it in Hyzer flips up and turns, it's not gonna wanna fight out as much. So you have to be careful on not burning it over and also making sure to give it enough height to have its full flex line. So we're gonna throw this Luna, see how it goes. That one got out there, but just like I said, it didn't have enough finish, so it just kind of held right the whole way and dug into the ground. It had a bit more speed when it hit the ground, but because it's a shallow rim, it's not gonna have ground play and it's just gonna kind of stop when it hits the ground. So I need to make sure to give it a little more Hyzer and a little more height to be able to do its full flex line. Second one, the height was a lot better, so it was starting to pan out, and when it landed, it actually landed flat instead of landing on that Anheuser angle, and so that's way better, gonna get more distance. Let's go measure these and see how they stack up. All right, the results are in. My further berg went 265 feet, my zone went 330, and my Luna went 340 feet. Super happy with these throws. It's nice to kind of know what that upper range is for when I'm on the course and if I really need to rip a shot. Next week, I'm definitely gonna have my work cut out for me as I'm throwing my mids to see how far I can go to be able to beat this Luna shot, because that was pretty far for me. So it'll be fun though to look at the mids, see how to throw these far, and what my max distances are. Thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll see you next week for the next video. Peace.